We start the show with breaking news out of Iran. President Trump addressing the nation this evening, just hours after the U.S. carried what he calls very successful strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities. Two U.S. officials confirmed to ABC News that B-2 bombers were used in the attacks. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore with the latest from Tel Aviv.
Just hours after announcing the U.S. successfully struck 3 nuclear facilities in Iran, President Trump addressing the nation this evening.
Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success.
Last Thursday, President Trump had set a 2-week deadline to decide whether the U.S. would join the Israelis and help strike Iran's nuclear facilities. But the president and his national security team opting to carry out this military operation now.
We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue.
This comes after sources told ABC News multiple B-2 stealth bombers were headed to Guam. It's unclear if these were the bombers used in the strikes. Those bombers are the only U.S. aircraft capable of dropping the 30,000-pound explosive that could potentially damage or destroy Iran's Fordo nuclear facility, which is buried deep underground in a mountain. Satellite imagery could help determine whether these strikes took out the Fordo facility, but experts say the only way to really know is to get someone on the ground.
Considering how Mossad has been operating with impunity inside of Iran in an extraordinary way, maybe the Israelis have the ability to go in and to find ways to at least make sure that those bunkers at Fordo have been taken out.
And now concerns over Iran's promised retaliation.
The State Department says it has been evacuating U.S. diplomats and their families who wish to leave the region. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei had already threatened retaliation against the U.S. if it attacked Iran. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Tel Aviv.
We now turn to our local leaders who are responding to Trump's attack on Iran's nuclear sites. We start with the first of our leaders to make a statement, Congresswoman Carol Miller. In a post to X, Representative Miller gives her support to Trump, saying, quote, Iran was persistent in their refusal to stop enriching uranium. We gave them every opportunity to stop and agree to nuclear disarmament. They refused, so America ended their nuclear weapons program tonight. The commander-in-chief has my full support. The representative for our northern half of the Mountain State, Riley Moore, has also made a statement. His statement reads, quote, President Trump has been clear for more than a decade. Iran cannot obtain a nuclear weapon. The president's targeted strike tonight was the right decision. Thanks be to God, all of our military personnel involved are safe. They executed flawlessly. Now it's time for a negotiated peace settlement. I pray tonight Iran will not squander this opportunity offered by the president. Now we turn to our Senator Jim Justice. He posted to X shortly before Trump's address saying, quote, President Trump is exactly the leader we need in these uncertain times. Actions like this highlight the president's peace through strength approach to those who threaten our interests, chant death to America, and sponsor terrorism across the world. I applaud the brave service members for their successful mission and reiterate the president's call for Iran to come to the negotiating table.